Mabuhay, guys, and magandang umaga. It's the third day now. I'm a little tired from yesterday, but I gotta go get washed up, change clothes, brush my teeth, then I'll take you out and we'll prep some breakfast. So let's do it. I think it helps to keep all the ashes, not ashes, the charcoal from the old fire in there. I got some sticks from the marshmallows last night. I decided probably makes more sense to do it in the pot that I'm going to eat out of. And I already have tea water going in here, so all right. This is a good boil now. This is not boiling yet. I'm gonna set this aside a little. Give this some of the limelight here. We're almost ready for breakfast. Tea is ready to brew. So let's pour that. Looks like we're going to have one pine needle. That's okay. And let me bring it closer here so you can see breakfast. Look at that. Not too shabby, right? And I've already tested it. It's good and soft. This probably has to cool down for a little bit, but my plan for today is to either check out the lighthouse or check out a museum. Maybe I'll have time for both. I'm running late today because I was sleeping in on purpose after my hard hike yesterday. So we'll see what I decide on, and then you come along with me. Forgot to say, I also have my last plum. So I'll have that this morning. I still have the cherimoya that you might have seen in the last video. Still really hard. I don't know if I'm supposed to open that yet, but I also got a soda. Help perk me up in the morning. Oh. All right. I'll catch you guys once I head out and I make a decision on if I'm going museum, lighthouse, or both. Alright guys, so I am going to the Jordan Pond House now. It's my second time. First time was a failure because it was so crowded, but it's a little later in the day. I ended up just staying at the campsite and relaxing because my legs were so sore. So, let's check it out. We somehow found a spot. We almost had to steal a spot from someone else. I don't want to be that person, so I let them take it. But I found my own spot. Now let's see if we can't check out that Jordan house. I tell you, this is 2 full parking lots. So, let's do it. Gonna do a short walk down to the pond and back because I've got to get to my camp and start cooking or getting the fire going for tonight. It's 4 o'clock. It'll get dark in an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now I'm on a bike path, I think, but it leads to the pond still. Pretty big though, pretty big path. I can still hear the clattering from the restaurant up the hill. There's a little river down there. Creek. I shouldn't call it a river, it's a creek. Just checking out the creek. Here. Oh, it looks like it's dried up down that way. Looks like there's a well here. With a little pump inside or something. Just little bugs and critters. I don't see any fish. At least not off the bat. I just saw a woodcock up behind this red building, but I scared him and I don't want to make him fly away. There's the woodcock. Can you see him? He's well camouflaged. There he goes, there he goes. Standing in the middle of the bike path, so I'm not too close, but he's very elusive. Alright, so I'm taking off now. I got the camera mounted. It might fall because it keeps falling, but I basically wanted to say that I am driving with no directions, purely off of memory, hopes, and dreams from where I'm supposed to go to get back to camp. And I know that sounds weird to a lot of people, but look, this is what you always had to do. You always had to do this without GPS. You might get lost, yeah, that's true, but if you just keep reading the signs and paying attention, and sometimes you might have to ask somebody, but you'll find your way again. So this is just to try and ease some worries of some friends and family members that it's all gonna be all right. You know, we find our way in life. I want to find my way right now. And as soon as I get driving, I'm sure I'll get signal anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's part of the whole experience, is to just go and explore. So I'm just gonna keep driving. But that Jordan loop, the food was pretty good. I wasn't expecting a cold lobster roll, so that threw me off, but it was still delicious. I still think I've had some better ones, but the turnover, or the popover, I didn't know what to expect because I didn't look into it other than I saw that it was recommended. So I didn't know. I just started cutting into it. I wasn't sure if it was going to be filled with something, and it was actually filled with air. The best way I can describe it is like kind of like a bubble of dough that's fried or baked or something, and then the inside is still kind of gooey, and it reminded me of a crepe in a way. And then they served it with some salted butter and strawberry jam, and it was very delicious. It was a good little snack. I'm glad to have tried it. Here's the bridge again. Ooh. Oh man, I was really excited to see that woodcock. I didn't want to scare him too much, so I wasn't able to get any pictures. I kind of felt bad already chasing him around, but I did get a short video, which I probably already put in. If not, I'll put it in here. But yeah, I would love to get more pictures of animals. Problem is, this is such a very visited national park that I don't know if you're going to see animals all that much. Besides chipmunks and, you know, songbirds. But I'll have to keep a lookout. Maybe I'll see if there's any tips on finding some as I'm at the campsite tonight. I am wanting to start on the fire because it's getting kind of dark. Put the little ones on top. I set this one a little further back. That way, hopefully, I can get more of the flame underneath the grate. We'll see. We'll see if I did it far enough back. Yeah. So as we do that, I'm not ready to eat yet. I just want to get the fire going, and then later I'll start stoking it and getting it bigger. Okay. So today we have some more rice and noodles. There's rice with it's yellow rice with chicken. So, and then the noodles is going to be beef ramen noodles. So here on the far side is just water. In this pot, I've got the rice with water. Just going to let that go till I hear it boil. Cooking my pot of rice in some boiling water to make noodles. There's my rice. There's my hot water steaming. I should have prepped this already. And I have just enough, it looks like, for some tea. Perfect. Let's check on this food. Really, it's just the ramen I think isn't done, or takes longer than the other one. Oh. No, that's ready. Oh yeah, the rice is... Rice is good and soft. Let me bring you in here so you could take a look. Good and soft. Here's the rice. Here's the rice. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy that. And then I'll probably have some s'mores. I think tomorrow I'm going to tackle the lighthouse. I'm not planning on doing it in sunrise time because I don't have a digital camera or zoom camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to leisure time. And then, yeah, take it from there. Night, guys. See you then. So, as my breakfast is cooking, let me just say, last night wasn't cold. Honestly, it's colder in this morning. I think because the wind started up. Got some mashed potatoes cooking, and I'm boiling some water for some tea again. It's my last full day here, so I might try to do some more exploring at the beach, or maybe some exploring at some shops, because tomorrow I'm going to pack up and head back home. So there really won't be any footage of that. But let's see what today holds. I was also thinking I might do some more art today because I thought that was a lot of fun. So, yeah, we'll see. I'd love to see more animals too, but it's so crowded, I don't know if I will. So, all right, let's wait for breakfast. All right, this looks ready, if you can see. Flames were licking the handle, so I'm gonna just grab it with a cloth here. I already brought the mashed potatoes over. They're a bit cooked well, a little bit brown around the edges. But let's have breakfast. All right. So it's a good thing that we're winding down to the last of the days here because I'm almost out of tea bags. So let's go here. Yeah, perfect. Set that aside. Set this tea out here with the cover. Now let's dig into the mashed potatoes. Might be a little firm. I might have to add water because I might burn the bottom. Yeah, I think I burned the bottom, so I'm gonna not eat the bottom. It's so dry. You can almost taste the smokiness through it. So I'm definitely gonna have to let this soak and clean this pot later. Tisk tisk, but my first time cooking mashed potato over a fire. Still good though. Let's get a glass of water too. Just showing how cold it is. I don't know if you can see, but my glasses are all fogged up. Oh, there they are. They're clear now. It's still under 60 degrees. It's in the 50s. Bit chilly. But let's finish the tea and let's get out there. Alright guys, we're here at the lighthouse. This is another one of those spots where it's like almost no parking. You can't roadside park. There's a bunch of signs saying that. And there's a constant stream of people coming in. So I got lucked out Got a parking spot if someone backed out. So I'm gonna jump out, check out this lighthouse, see if we can get some awesome pictures.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I just, I don't chance it. I just stay off the rocks.
Now we're going over to the lighthouse side. We just saw the lighthouse on the rocks, and a lot of people were scared to go on the rocks where I was, but I kind of want to see if I can see where I was. Alright, there's the rocks where we were earlier. Alright guys, we made it. Just saw the lighthouse. Let's go check out the gift shop and then we'll move on to the next activity for today. Alright guys, I just got out of the gift shop. Picked up more than I needed, so a couple of postcards. So these are pretty nice. I liked that they weren't too specific. And this one is cute. Picked up a sticker. I tried to get ones that didn't say campgrounds, just as Acadia. It does say Bass Lighthouse, but that's what I wanted. One of these die cut ones. Another one, another die cut sticker. This one's like Van Gogh. Here's an iron-on patch. So that's pretty cool. Picked up two of these, one for me, one for a friend. They're kind of watercolored, so I think my friend will know who that is, who they are. And then I also picked up, well, hold on, two more things. First one, the magnet. And then, I put these away. Try this with my brother. He loves pancakes, so we're gonna have some blueberry from Maine blueberry syrup, organic. He loves organic. So yeah, that was a successful little trip. On the next adventure. guys. Now we're making our way to Otter Point. So let's see if there's actually otters there, or if it's just for a fun name. Let's try to sit over here. Oh man. We're getting some splash. I don't know if you can hear me because of the water noise, but some splashes are coming up this high, so this is pretty crazy. This is just a rocky outcrop by the ocean, but very scenic view. The rocks, the coastline is beautiful. Trying to share it with you. It's really, this one's not as crowded as Thunderhole. And at Thunderhole there really wasn't anything going on. As I was saying, at Thunderhole there's really not much going on because the wrong time of day or season for it. I think it can happen any season, but I think in some of the seasons, if it's not a storm on rising tide, you're not going to get the loud booms that we're all expecting. But this is a nice little area to sit and relax. I spent maybe an hour at Thunderhole waiting for some big booms, and you heard a little burps and hiccups, but nothing like it's supposed to during storm season. So let's just relax here for a little bit. There's an amphitheater at camp, and I don't know really what that means, so I think I might just look at it. I think it's gonna take me all of 20 minutes to walk there, and then a couple minutes to walk back. But it'd be cool to see what they have there, and maybe they hold stuff there, concerts or something every once in a while. I gotta show you, it just splashed super big right next to me. Let's see if it'll happen again. We got a little wave coming in. Boom. That's so funny. There's a seal. I don't think anyone else has spotted it yet. Or else I would hear a bunch of people yelling because they like to ruin peaceful things. Or otter. There's an otter. There's nothing like the slight smell of decaying marine life, you know? That otter, he's back. There he is. I think everyone else left again. Rightfully so. Look at him go. He held his breath for a long time. Oh, back under. I'm just walking back to the car now. I decided to do another stop on my way back instead of going straight back to camp. I think this is called Little Hunter's Beach. Supposedly you can hear interesting sound when the waves hit the pebbles of the beach shoreline. So let's check it out, see if we can hear anything. Looks like there's a lot of other cars parked here, but Let's go see it. Crazy. Here we are, Little Hunter's Beach. Really interesting. The more you walk closer to that edge, the water's edge, the looser the stones are. So it's actually better to walk back here where large stones are. So the noise you hear, it's like a bubbling when the water pulls off of the small stones. But it's very slight. I don't know if we'll be able to. That was it if you could hear it. So something that's weird that I just noticed is that on this beach, there's a lot of spiders, and that's your warning now if you don't want to see them. But there's one right here. Hold on. See if we can't zoom in on him. See him there? Isn't that strange? But he's not the only one. Another one. There's one right on the side of that rock. Oh, another one was right there in the background. Bring you over here. Right there. There's another one. So they're not hurting nobody, but just fair warning if you ever come here. Don't know why. Guess there's enough crevices inside the rocks for them to hide and find other little critters to eat. It's getting late in the afternoon. I gotta make it back to camp if I'm ever gonna check out that amphitheater, and then I gotta start dinner and get the fire going. Alright, let's do it. Also, I found these rocks. They're pretty cool. I don't think I'm gonna keep them because they belong here. But that one's pretty cool. This one kind of reminds me of a hot dog, so maybe that means I'm hungry. And then this one's like me. Is this two halves? So yeah, my little rocks, my little rock collection. Maybe that's more fitting. Go be a rock. I'm just making my way out, but all these trees fallen because of the erosion. It's interesting. Pieces of crabs. There's a bunch over closer to the beach. It's a claw. Just to give us some perspective, we were somewhere over there. Now that's in the shadows. Alright guys, as you can see, we're back at campground. I finally put on the mic, so all the audio today was trash, except for right now. And let's go check out the amphitheater. So I don't think it should be a long walk. I think it's maybe down, there's a brown sign down there. But I'm gonna try and see this path here. I've been curious about this path, and I think it's just a shortcut to the same thing. So let's check it out. Just want to show some of the scenery. It's a really nice campground. I love the stones in the background. All the moss. Little chipmunk. Can we see him? There he goes. Let's zoom in on him. Oh, he ran off. Oh, there he went. Well, I've come across this building, which is right next to the amphitheater. I can see the amphitheater through the trees. Is this just a bathroom? Locked. Huh. Maybe. Oh, power's cut. Maybe this is just a forgotten about bathroom. I don't know what it is. But anyway, we can proceed to the trees. I see the amphitheater. It does look closed though. Alright, coming to the amphitheater. Isn't that funny? All this right in the middle of the woods. I assume this must be like lighting control in the middle for the stage. But, oh yeah, alright. Well, at least we came and saw what it was. Now we know. Let's get on stage. We're gonna be the stars. So I don't know what else to show you, but I figured I'd share how I set up my campsite every day. Now that I'm back, I've got my art and journal that I'm gonna do while I'm waiting for cook time. Got the citronella candle going, my water cup, water of course. I only get out the food that I'm gonna eat right away. The rest stays in the car. So right now I've got some clam chowder because we're in Maine. Figured New England clam chowder would be good for the last night. And then, of course, some more s'mores. I keep my axe and lighter there. Some more wood that I picked up. And the ones that I already chopped for kindling. But with that said, it's pretty simple. I picked up this wood at a local shower area near here because the campground doesn't have showers. There's like it's like a public business. The wood is good and dry, it looks like, and it's a good amount. $5 each bundle, standard actually, but better than the ones I first picked up. But it was 1/4 for 15 seconds. Now I haven't showered in like 4 days. But I don't even think I can muster up that type of, like, the gall to pay for that, because that's insulting. Now, it is going to be my birthday tomorrow, so I thought about doing it because I feel grubby, but I don't know. I'm just going to wait to go home to shower because that's just insulting, the amount of money. Highway robbery, really. But yeah, I'm going to do some art while I'm waiting for dinner time to roll around. It's getting close, another hour or so, and I'll probably stoke up the fire. I'll bring you back when I got the fire going. That box there is my snack that I'm about to have. It's a tuna salad on crackers. Still waiting for dinner. It's looking like dinner is ready. And be having it on the end of the table. My neighbor here, he let me borrow this chair. And it's a rocking chair. So we're going to have dinner in style. Ooh. All right. So let's get this tea going before it gets too cold, the water. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Let me bring you in here so you can see. Some clam chowder. Good and hot. My tea. And if I'm still hungry after, I'm going to do some noodles, but let's see how far this takes us. Kain tayo. Now, doesn't make too much difference for dinner, the rocking chair, but I tell you what, when it comes to cooking s'mores after, this is going to bring my game up to another level. Good morning. It's time to break down camp. So let's stretch, get up, and get out of here. Tent packed, table empty, so we're gonna get going now, heading back home. All right guys, so we're heading out now. For some reason, it looks like 45 minutes got added onto my trip. Don't know how that happened. So now we're over 6 hours to get back home. We'll see how it is. I was originally gonna stop at a tea shop or a coffee shop that some relatives own here in Maine, but it looks like they're closed on Saturdays, and today's Saturday, so unfortunately that's not going to happen, but maybe I'll catch them at the next Christmas reunion, hopefully. So yeah, we're just gonna get driving. I'm gonna try to capture a few scenic shots for you as we go, so I'm gonna have the camera just facing forward for most of the trip. All right, see you then. Okay, so I am here, stopped I went to the bathroom. I'm at the visitor center in Maine. I also picked up some food, some Burger King, and I have a chicken sandwich meal. Man, I can't believe it's $17. So, chicken sandwich and fries. I'm gonna refuel while I'm here, and I'm gonna continue heading down. So, here we go.
I got talking about like the wind could blow it or something like that. It's an asteroid. Yeah, but it's a lot. Like, it's not okay. It's not an atomic bomb. Yeah, but doesn't stuff from like an asteroid in space do have things like radioactive? It may have like space radioactive nature to it, but it's not anything like an atomic bomb. As far as I know, fact check. I'm not Snopes.com. An estimated 80 million trees across 500,000 acres were flattened in the area, and near the epicenter, nearly 25,000 acres of trees were charred. Jesus Christ. But there's very little evidence of an asteroid itself. Rather, scientists believe the majority was consumed in the explosion, and the rest was likely lost to the fogs, making the only likely remains we've got to be small fragments, less than a millimeter across. So if there was this asteroid, it impacted the atmosphere, but not the asteroid itself.
Yeah.
Wouldn't there be like a big ass hole in the ground? Is that what you're talking? Was there a hole in the ground, or was it just trees flying?
Gotta love Boston traffic. We're in the tunnels, baby. We're almost going 15 miles an hour. We're really flying. Oh, goodness. Alright, guys, we are back now. We're back now from the trip, and I'm getting a car wash because my car is covered in sap and like bugs from the highway and like caterpillar pee and droppings and everything like that, pine needles. So I always like to get a little car wash after a road trip. Plus it's kind of fun. So I always think it's fun to go into car washes. It is kind of a waste of money. It's about to be our turn. Let's drive in. This will be the finale of my trip. I won't make you suffer in watching me unpack the car and unpack all the bins, but yeah, thanks for coming along. Hope you had a good time too, and stay tuned for the next video. Paalam, bye bye.